I really hope everybody has adjusted to that time change because it's definitely been hitting hard this week for sure. But we hope you take us along with you this morning because we've got so much great stuff on the show, and don't miss a minute of fun. And remember, we're live right now on 9news.com and on 9 News Plus. If you don't have that app, that is something you definitely need to download. Which brings me to our first guest. I'm so thrilled to have this person here. Oh my goodness. We all know and love him. Dr. Kevin Fitzgerald is in the house on the Cocoa Couch, a veterinarian and comedian. You don't meet that combo every day. Former rock and roll bouncer and now author. And with him, of course, from Denver Life magazine, Jamie Freud is here too. Hi. Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. You guys adjusting to the time change and everything?
I started a week early.
Oh, that's smart. That is smart. How about you, Doc?
I'm always 2 hours behind.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm always late.
Oh my
always
God.
late, so it never matters.
Okay, yeah. Well, you are featured in this month's Denver Life magazine talking about your book, It Started with a Turtle. All right, share the story on how the book came to be and how long did it take you to finally get that published?
Well, during COVID, the whole world shut down, so there was nothing to do, and so I had a lot of time on my hands, and there wasn't any comedy. Yeah. And so, people always said, "Oh, you have a book in you," and we all do probably. Everybody's got their own story.
Yeah.
And so, I've been so lucky. I've been like Forrest Gump, and growing up in Denver, it was easy, to get things to do, and it's an exciting place where we live.
It is.
It still is, and so it was in the 50s and 60s too. So just to get all the stories in one place. It's been fun. So it's a good story. It starts off growing up Irish Catholic in Denver in the 50s.
Oh boy.
Then bouncing for bands, working for Barry Fay and Chuck Morris.
No kidding.
And working at the Sink and Tulagi's in Boulder, and then traveling. Then veterinary stories, and then comedy stories, and then conservation stories, things in North and South Pole, and working with endangered species. So I think there's something for Irish people and people that like animals and rock and roll.
And all the crazies in the music
comedy.
Industry, because I've been in that too. So.
Yeah. It's nice. It's kind of pretentious. I think you have a book in you, but I think there's something for everybody.
Well, if anybody's going to write a book, it's Dr. Fitzgerald, right, Jamie? Right. I mean, this morning I was just telling you how I woke up not in the best of moods, but I started watching your stuff on YouTube, and you're great. Which is harder for you, veterinarian or stand-up comedian? Because the one on the right terrifies me.
Well, everybody's afraid of public speaking except comedians. There's something wrong with us. We want to be out there. We want to be out there, and then things happen. Things happen in veterinary medicine. So many things that happen that lend themselves well to comedy, and all our lives, our families. You can't write anything funnier than your family.
Yeah.
And so I think and animal stories. So I think that there's something for everybody in the book, really.
I think so too. And by the way, I was reading the comments people put on YouTube, and everybody had one thing to say about you. Wonderful veterinarian, by the way. Not only is he funny and so awesome to watch on the comedy stage, but he's just the best veterinarian.
Well, I think things have changed animal-wise in the United States. In 1957, the American Veterinary Medical Association did a telephone survey and said, "Do you think your pet's part of the family?" And at that time, 43% of Americans said they were. And then they did the same thing 50 years later in 2007, and 97% of Americans said. So, people get close to them, and
of course.
Jamie has a dog, and Clive, and my dog was on last time with me here, and Mrs. Thompson, and she stepped on the rainbow, and got bugled to Jesus, but she's we do our best when they're here, and it adds to your life. Animals make our lives better.
Denver loves pets. Well, Jamie, I mean, awesome job, because Dr. Fitzgerald is in this month's issue?
He is.
Okay, yes. This month, and this is a must-read article about Dr. Fitzgerald in this month. What else can we learn aside from this great article? I know there's so much to see in the magazine.
This month's issue is our annual best of, so we talk about great neighborhoods and what you'll find in all these little gems and pockets of Denver. And also just always our things to do, places to go dine and shop, and arts and culture. Museum of Nature and Science has an incredible exhibit opening up right now on Cambodia Angkor, and it's one-of-a-kind exhibit. So just if you're ever looking for ideas on things to do, we've got them.
It's in Denver Life magazine, plus that article on Dr. Fitzgerald. Before I let you guys go, there is a story that I want you to tell me here in a little bit when we go to break, but it's about some spider. Something about a spider.
I got a lot of stories for you.
Okay, well, there's one in particular. But for now, thank you both for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for making the time to be here. And you can subscribe to Denver Life magazine. The March issue has Dr. Kevin Fitzgerald in that article. Pick it up at King Soopers, Safeway, Barnes & Noble, or Tattered Cover. Or if you can't wait, you can always get the digital copy. That's how I get it. And you just go to Zinio.com.